Let's go back to Silent Hill.
Let's go back to Silent Hill.
Becca, if you're watching this, that's for you.
Hooray! That's right. It's actually getting around that time of the year. He's got to start up his annual Illbleed playthrough. I'll follow up with him on that later. So, for those of you joining us back again from Silent Hill, I saved in the bus, and we are heading off now that we just we have taken care of going to school. That's all, folks. And
That's it for this year, class.
So we're heading to a house that hopefully we can like sneak through in order to get back onto the other side of Silent Hill. Because if you recall, there's a big freaking gap. Ow! Hit my head on the wall.
Listen, the fog here is incredibly thick, so no one blames you for accidentally running into a wall.
Hold on, I think that camera angle was important for something.
And maybe that dog too.
Okay, turn, and there it is. Run.
Behold.
All right. This was the path we wanted to take, so that I can. My health is fine. You'll walk it off, old hairy old chum. Let's head over to the main reason we're going is because we're going through Mrs. Gordon's house to get to the church because we've been hearing the church bells ring. As Matt has pointed out previously, we are due for a bingo match. Just take all our handgun ammo with us. I'm also going to try and get Matt to engage because he is eating currently and I want to torment him, so let's head out to the church.
Well, fuck you. I'm going to be silent, bitch.
Yahoo.
He's silent in these hills.
Around these hills.
Hey.
So, one of the things...
It's also going to be Silent Hills once he comes over here.
Aww. Oh, my... Really? Like, will it actually be foggy and stuff over there?
No, more like he's going to subdue him like a pile of Legos.
Curses. Don't bring that up. We can't keep playing the sound effect every single time. It becomes a gag.
Sure I can.
Aww.
Again, we are going to consider doing at least one of those games at some point or another.
It is.
Yeah, I was about to say, Logan, at least I'm not giving you editing work. That is all in my audio.
I appreciate it. I really do. I mean, the Lego games could be fun.
I could make a joke, but it'd be mean right now.
Thank you. The Lego games like could be fun, especially because I think for the most part they usually support. Ow! They usually support co-op.
They do. I think they all do.
It's kind of like a mindless kind of like, hey, just slap things around. Like they're meant for children.
Exactly.
Hold on. You know what, Logan? I'm going to ask you to at least mute what I'm going to say, or at least bleep it out.
Yeah. I sure hope I remember that.
Yeah, hopefully soon, because we still need to finish editing that particular playthrough.
I know. I was telling Matt this. All I will say is 2 hours becomes 5 hours per video.
Mm-hmm. That's the editing process for you, especially when like almost every bit of one person's audio, not gonna put names here, is rife with background noise.
So, that all put aside, because we're all fans and friends here.
Yep, we're all friends here.
Meet a new character on the scene. Church Mama.
I know she has a... what was her name? Dahlia Gillespie?
I believe so.
I've been expecting you. It was foretold by gyromancy.
What's a gyro and a mancy?
What are you talking about?
I don't know what that is. Gyromancer was a weird, bejeweled Square Enix title I remember showing off a long time ago.
Right?
God, that was ages ago.
The girl?
Yeah.
You're talking about Cheryl.
Yeah.
I see everything.
I'll give this woman's voice actress like for supposedly trying to sound like like a but like she does a good job. Oh, okay.
Nothing is to be gained from floundering about at random.
What do you mean?
You must follow the path.
Oh, she one of them crazies.
Concealed by Flauros.
What?
What?
That doesn't
What are
make
you
no
talking
sense at
about?
all.
Here, the Flauros, a cage of peace.
We will want this.
It can break through the walls of darkness and counteract the wrath of the underworld.
Let's just assume the nightmare.
I stole it off this girl from Baldur's Gate.
To the hospital
I retrieved because it looked like a pyramid. I was like, I retrieved it from the island of Scooby-Doo. I forgot. Actually, I don't know what the name of the island from the first Scooby-Doo movie with James Gunn was.
Moonscar
I know
Island.
it had Scar Island. Thank you.
Wait, Moonscar Island. Wait, that's from Zombie Island, wasn't it?
Yeah, Moonscar was from Zombie Island.
Then yes, my apologies, Doug. I should have put my qualifying statement elsewhere. The first James Gunn movie. I don't know what the name of the island that Rowan Atkinson owned.
Here, I'll look it up.
Thank you. But it looked like that device, the thing that like moved the souls and stuff. Also, we are actually fast approaching our first like true benefit if you were to play this game on New Game Plus. If you were to play this game on New Game Plus, or I think Next Fear or something they call it, one of the things you can get is you can get an incredibly insane melee weapon that's basically like a portable hand drill that just one-shots a lot of mooks.
So get this. So we mentioned earlier that the island in Scooby-Doo and Zombieland was Moonscar Island, which, you know, that sounds like a pretty badass name. The island that they go to in the live-action film, Spooky Island.
Oh, very, very.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Legally distinct.
Can we just agree that the opening scene of that first Scooby-Doo movie was actually really fucking good?
No, I thought the I think the first movie is fine, but I do like the design of that jester outfit clown thing.
I thought that that was the best translation of because that was fully made for the movie, but that was 100% design that would appear in Scooby-Doo, and also it didn't look too much like a costume.
And eventually,
I could see why people would be tricked into thinking it's an actual ghost.
Right.
The special effects were out of this world.
Hell yeah. And eventually, Matt, it did appear in the Scooby-Doo show, remember?
Yay! As a background.
I know, but I mean, it was there, and it was cool to see that design. Because again, it was a pretty fun design, and the movement, it was all great.
I guess there's one thing I do find a bit of a bummer about the live action movie, and I mean, admittedly, this is also me sort of comparing it to, you know, the much better Zombie Island. How in both movies the mystery gang for a brief time actually did split up. Though I remember on Zombie Island it was on pretty good terms. You know, they were getting older, they needed to move on. They
split up because they're not high schoolers anymore. They're now actual adults with lives. Right. So they wanted to move on with their lives.
It was all still on good. It was all still on good terms. But then you got the live action movie where, you know, they kind of just hate each other's guts.
Yeah, that's the one part of
Oh, really quick. So sorry. Over here on this pile of boxes, the rocket drill. That's the thing that you would need gasoline, and you can't get to that unless you're playing New Game Plus. Then you could acquire gasoline to have that as another bonus weapon. Sorry, continue.
Okay.
Oh well.
No, all good. Again, I said that mostly the beginning. You know, I think I said most of the beginning of the first movie was good. It's that scene where I'm just yeah, that's not Scooby-Doo like.
Let's take the shopping district. Do you do you find anything else about the first movie that is, you know, redeemable?
Freddie Prinze Jr. does a great job as Fred, and so does you know, Matthew Lillard as Shaggy, who's the perfect Shaggy.
Yeah,
that is true.
That's it. That's pretty much all I can think of.
Didn't you find it funny and weird how Buffy the Vampire Slayer was now Daphne?
To be fair, okay, that was a great casting choice. Honestly, come on, come on.
It was fun.
Honestly,
all the
casting in general wasn't really the bad. That all was fine.
Also, hold on, to be fair, I also love the, we're supposed to get a clue. You want a clue? Wait, you want a clue? Purple's a fall color, honey. It's spring.
Dang.
I can't remember the exact line, but I thought that was a funny bit.
But yeah,
roasting Daphne's outfit.
Yeah. But again, the casting was all fine and good, even though in some regard it also gave more fans a reason to simp over Velma.
That's its own. And let's not forget Fred's sheer gut response of saying, "I can look at myself naked."
Yeah.
Any excuse
when he swaps with Daphne.
Oh, geez, those enemies I don't like.
Oh, geez.
These are my least favorite enemies in the game. They are very swift in catching up with you. I don't know what they're called, the Gorilla Men. I don't like them though. We're gonna avoid them if I can, because they're a little tanky in the health department, and I think at least two attacks from us, I think, enough to bring me down to red health. So we just gotta be a little bit cautious. Fortunately, the police station, very well outfitted.
Naturally.
Let's go check out the interrogation or the resource room to learn anything else we can.
Come to think about it, I wonder if Sybil's around here.
That is true. Sybil's definitely not from around here, but she has been trying to figure out if she can figure out. She's been trying to figure out if she can figure out what's going on. There's something on it about. Drumroll. Product only available in select areas of Silent Hill. White Claudia.
Ah, there it is.
Region. I don't know how often throughout the franchise it gets brought up, but for this game in particular, it's a very like strong plot point as to what is happening or how things could have gotten as bad as they have.
I don't recall if it was, as prominent in the third game or not, but...
You know what? Really quick, speaking of plants, can I tell you guys a funny thing I saw, today?
Sure.
So, I watch Smosh, and I think I'm one of the only people on this planet that do.
I used to watch it.
And they have their own version of Jeopardy called Beppardy. And yeah, Beppardy. But the most recent episode truly did prove to me, oh my god, either A, I'm smarter than I think I am, or B, oh my fucking god, some of the people there is kind of stupid.
I mean, that also can sometimes... Is that the thing where like they get them drunk before they start playing?
No, I think they're just all, they're mostly perfectly fine, but, some of those questions were so goddamn easy, and there were fucking hints within the question themselves that I'm like, how are you not getting this? One of the questions was about Breaking Bad and a plant that was used in the, it was a plant-based episode. A plant that is used in Breaking Bad, and literally he's giving every hint that is Breaking Bad, and they just couldn't fucking put it together. I'm like, how are you not getting this?
I don't know. Sometimes when you're put on pressure, it's a rough time. Also, I heard a gunshot.
Fair.
Especially if you're one of those people that never watched a single lick of it in your life.
I still need to catch up on that. So I just heard a gunshot, and I'm nervous, and
Oh dear.
Wait a minute. Oh, it's one of those monsters.
Oh, nice work, whoever you are.
Bruce Wayne?
G-Man, the younger years.
It looked like Bruce Wayne from the Arkham games.
Hold it.
Hold on.
Oh, hey!
Stop. Don't shoot.
Are you
Wait.
crazy?
I'm not here to fight.
Dude,
My name is Harry Mason. I'm in town on vacation.
I opened the door, I walked in, and you shot at me.
Thank God.
Also,
Being.
how did you shoot point blank and fucking miss?
I don't know.
Maybe he just did it as a warning shot.
Hospital.
Eh?
So maybe you can tell me what's going on.
All we know is that this is Dr. Kaufman. He
I
is
really can't say.
one of
was taking a
one of
nap
the
in
very
Stanford.
few remaining
When I
like
woke
living
up, it was like
sane
this.
people in this town. He
Everyone
is
seems to
very
have
much
disappeared.
tied in the plot of things. More on him
And it's
later
snowing
in his
out
involvement by the
this
third
time of
session.
year. Something's gone seriously wrong.
All we know
Hold
is
on,
that he
it's
doesn't.
wait,
Go ahead.
it's
See those
snowing
other
out
stories?
in May. Yeah, global
Have you
warming,
ever
dude.
seen
It
such
sucks.
aberrations?
How dare they
Ever
take
even
it
heard
all?
of such things?
Why didn't they understand?
Can't we
Creatures like
can't
that
we just
exist.
reverse the rotation of the planet to fix it? Legitimately, a congressman
Have
actually
you seen a
suggested
little
that.
girl anywhere?
How
with
would we
no
pull
jokes.
that off?
I'm looking
God.
for my daughter.
Yeah. Fun fact, look
Any
that up.
idea
A congressman actually said, can't we spin the rotation of the planet?
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
fun fact, about 10, I was going to bring it up actually, about 10 plus
But with
years
all those
ago
monsters
in
around, I
Congress,
highly
maybe
doubt
not
that
10
she
plus
was-
years, oh, maybe it was, maybe I'm older than I thought. 10 plus years ago, Congress, a congressman once
Sorry,
went into the
I didn't
Senate
mean to
with a snowball claiming, how can you say global warming is happening when I have this here? Like that was his smoking gun, that the world wasn't actually
She
warm,
died
that
4 years
snow
ago.
still existed somewhere
It's just
on it.
me and my daughter.
God,
I see.
It's
God,
fine.
humanity is
Anywho.
stupid.
Alright, but good day to you, Mr. Kaufman.
Well, I'd better be
Don't
going.
you fret, everybody. We didn't really miss too much.
I can't just
Not
sit
a lot
around
of our
and do
interactions with him
nothing.
really mean a whole lot, unless you like
So long.
read into
Good
the
luck
extra
out there.
into the extra notes and materials in this game.
I mean, for now, he just exists.
Yep. There will be a huge thing I need to do if I want the best ending that involves him, but that's not until the third session. So, let me go and collect the
Okay.
map that I wanted through here.
Oddly enough, the way he like presents himself and stuff like that reminds me of a character in Castlevania Aria of Sorrow. I forgot the name of the character, but he feels like one of the main characters of that game.
Fair enough.
I just need to actually take the time to actually play through that whole game, because I've had
Play
it for the longest time, just haven't...
I still want to do it for the channel. It's is still my favorite Castlevania game. And with the new series out, you know.
I mean,
Right.
why not? It's all there. Have you seen the new Castlevania series, Doug?
Wait, what?
Have you seen the new Castlevania series, the anime, like any of that stuff lately?
The recent one, no. I still need to finish the OG Castlevania series.
I do highly recommend it. It's a very solid one, and a number of other things that I almost wonder if this is just what Konami should do now. Not Konami.
Yeah.
Capcom.
It is
There are a
Konami.
lot
of-
It is Konami.
Oh,
is Konami.
It is Konami, yeah.
For some reason, in the back of my mind, I thought, no, that's right. No, he couldn't be Konami, because I could have sworn I saw Belmont in a Marvel vs. Capcom once. No,
Nope.
It was brain rot. Don't worry, don't mind me.
Nope.
The same brain
but,
rot that made you think that Strider was a Sega thing.
100%.
But no, like,
Bob?
well, Strider does feel like a Sega character, in my opinion, more than a Capcom character. But anyway.
Well, I mean, the original Strider was on the Genesis way back when. And, like, most people
That's
remember
fair.
the game through that.
Yeah, that is fair. I think it's like his design and demeanor feels more like a Sega character than a Capcom character. How about that?
Yeah, a little
I
bit. Yeah.
guess.
So okay, here's
Yeah,
the big
but-
thing that we need to do. Super
Never mind.
important we do this.
Hello.
We need this glass vial has laid shatters. Not just broken, it is smashed on purpose.
Destroy all the evidence.
Not quite yet. So whatever this infection is that's making people go crazy or turn to monsters, we'll learn later this liquid is an incredible like anti-venom for it. And if I will say right now, just to start connecting some dots around, if I want to save Sybil, we need this liquid.
Gotcha.
Yep.
So
And
if you
you
forget to
don't
do that, say goodbye to Sybil.
Yep, and it is possible to, and of course it is possible to miss out this opportunity, so
Yep.
make sure you collected some of it when you could. Go
But
ahead.
no, speaking of the Castlevania show, the new one, I still think like the original series is still really good. I love it. I do think like season 3, 2, and 3 were but season 4 really did bring things back around. I love that. For this new show, a lot of people have been complaining about it.
Well, how so? Do they not like Richter in it?
Yeah, they're complaining that Richter is like he feels a bit more impulsive, he's a bit more sweary, that like okay, people are complaining. I love this complaint. People are going like, man, they talk like it's modern day and they use so many cuss words. Like, you know, it's supposed to be France in the 18th century. Nobody speaks like that. I'm like, yes, of course. And people in the 14th century in Castlevania 1 totally spoke like Trevor. 100%.
Today, adults learn that vulgarity probably predated their lifespan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe had been
that
there for a long
It's
time.
been there since the dawn of man.
I've seen some incredible, dude. Some of the most incredible insults I've ever read has been from like older literature and stuff. All right, off to the
I mean,
second
I can
floor.
definitely you could definitely make an argument that maybe they should put a slight cap on that swear filter, but otherwise, yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's like I don't know. I mean, who's to say that they didn't do at least some of it back then,
So really quick, in order
Yeah.
to continue
especially in
forward,
Pennsylvania.
I need to check all the floors. So I checked the first floor, checked the basement. I'm gonna check the third floor, see if I can find anything else here, because so far all the doors have been locked. So let's check these doors here. I had a quick pause there for a second because a doorbell had rung in my own real world. That did not spook me. Don't you worry.
But
So
no,
then when we return to the elevator, suddenly
4th floor.
Oh,
there is now a 4th floor.
was that always there?
It was not
Nope.
always there. And if you understand Japanese, connotations of the number
Oh.
4, this is probably not a good thing.
Yeah, no, fun fact, a lot of Japanese or just Eastern Asian places actually don't list a 4th floor, or the 4th floor is usually not occupied. because of the superstition that leads to death.
Huh. Well, we just saw.
Oh, yeah,
we
that's
just saw another. We just saw another girl, not Cheryl, but we saw another girl go inside of the antique shop. But unfortunately, before we can even think about going to the antique shop, we got ourselves a different problem, and
Hold on.
someone locked the door.
We're in a
behind us.
hospital.
What?
We're in a hospital, aren't we?
Yes.
Why is there an antique shop in a hospital?
No. That's a vision of like we should visit the antique shop if we ever get out of this place alive.
Oh, okay.
Also, people keep locking doors behind me. But yes,
Keep locking
continue,
doors
Matt.
on you, and you have found yourself in the other world again.
Oh god damn it! You're right. This is the nightmare realm. Well,
Yeah,
let's
you
start.
didn't notice that?
It just kind of happened.
What?
There was no air raid siren this time. Anyway, continue, Matt, with your with your things before I start talking about enemies and connotations or whatever.
No, it's fine. Just, yeah, a lot of people, which I've watched a few episodes. The new show is really good, and a lot of people are, however, okay, there are two major things people are complaining. One, ooh,
fair.
shit.
Ah, crud.
No.
Fourth floor doesn't
There are
exist
two
anymore.
major things people are complaining about. First is the dialogue. People think, oh, it's too modern, it's too sweary. I'm like, have you seen the first Castlevania series?
Yeah, it's really no different there.
Hey, nurses.
The nurses!
Oh, boy.
Hey!
Not quite as prolific as we did. Not quite as prolific as we'd remember them from the second game, but still here. And
They're
still
not quite as
probably one
grotesque
of
as they would be in later games, and sometimes I wonder if that just makes them scarier.
Yeah?
I
But
guess
no,
the best connotation you could come up with is that perhaps these, let's take this with us, perhaps these nurses are more early on in their corruption and transformation.
Right.
Fair.
Fortunate.
But no, yeah, the second thing people are,
Who's that?
well,
Who's there?
Nothing. Okay, continue, man.
Just a cheap scare.
but no, the second thing people are complaining about is like, oh, they focus on racial issues and stuff like that. I'm like, why, yes, fun fact, that was an important thing in the history of the world. And this is yes, it's a technically fictional series, but guess what? You can still connect real-world connotations to vampires.
It's alternate history.
Yeah.
Frickin' Abraham Lincoln the Vampire Slayer did enough. Fucking
No,
why do you
quite
complain then?
literally, that's like the whole like idea is that that a lot of the upper aristocrats in France are in that universe are vampires, and the people they mostly prey on are commoners and foreigners.
Right, and therefore keep them commoners and foreigners. Therefore, thank you. Keep the protections limited, and therefore, they can continue to eat. Anywho, so I mean,
Yeah, I'll stop talking, sir.
No, you're fine. I hope that the show does still maintain good. I don't have a screwdriver. I do hope that the show maintains good ratings to continue it, because I do think that's one of the better things. I would love a new Castlevania game.
I
but
hope
think it's
so too,
but
because
it's nice to at least keep interest in the franchise.
Yeah, I hope so too, because season 1 ends on a major cliffhanger.
Makes sense.
Literally, like, if they cancel this show, Netflix will get problems.
Listen, and I mean, actually, I was going to say this in response to what Logan said. It's like, if fucking Getsu Fumaden could get a new game in this day and age, why not Castlevania?
Right.
Because
Video
Konami
player
doesn't
and-
care about making video games anymore.
Well, again, I just
They do
I just
not.
brought up Getsu Fumaden, which is like the most random thing that they can make a remake for, and honestly, a pretty competent one at that.
And here we are. Yeah.
Well, okay, but here's the thing. Did they put a shit ton of effort in it, or does it feel like, oh, we could have done this in an afternoon?
Oh no, they put a lot of effort into it. Like it's literally like
Okay.
it's a typical like artistic 2D platformer / Souls-like sort of game.
Okay.
Okay.
Because again, I'm like, don't get me wrong, I'm looking forward to playing the Metal Gear Solid games again, and I'm getting the PS5 version because while I would love to, take the first 3 games on the go with my Switch, the fact that they run worse than the PlayStation Vita version of the games doesn't vibe with me.
Yeah, that is kind of, especially the likes of 2 and 3. Like, how can they run that much slower on the Switch?
Yeah, no, they run at 30 FPS on the Switch. Fun fact, if I remember correctly, on the Vita, they run at 60 frames. They are, like, they look incredible.
Okay.
Well, if it ever comes down to a point where I do want to get that collection for myself, at least I have the Steam Deck.
Yeah.
With no compromise whatsoever, hopefully.
Yeah, here. Okay, so, in terms of what we've been dealing with right now, in terms of the fighting and stuff, actually, what the hell was I talking about? Oh my god. Oh, yeah, here.
Well, we were talking about how all the nurses are, oh, what's that thing wiggling on her back?
Oh, yes, that's actually the thing. In this world, so that can actually translate to what I'm trying to do, is that I decided to look up, like, it's a website called pointlessanalysis.com. Thank you. It's a website that is attempting to analyze, because, again, like, I do enjoy this, less so than, like, your...
Do we dare find out what's on the other side?
Fun fact, apparently, according to pointlessanalysis.com, this thing becomes the sewer monster in the third game.
The big worm-ass thing?
Supposedly it evolves into that or whatever. That it's tied to that. Anyway, I'm going to use this blood pack to draw it away, because otherwise, yes, it would hurt me greatly. That thing. Get the Hatter, and let's get out of here before it gets wise. Anyway, so these nurses that we're fighting, in particular, they're referred to as puppet nurses. Perhaps the idea, I guess, being that whatever that like parasite thing is on their back, that's what's actually controlling them. Foreshadowing for Sybil. Bear that in mind. The Grim Reaper's list.
And also, it makes sense of, like, the thing that Dr. Kaufman killed was pretty small and insignificant looking. It was most likely one of the things on their back that was trying to take control of him.
Okay.
Nearly got him, too, but then he gave it a bullet to the head.
Beyond that, other enemies I can find so far would be the flying enemies are called air screamers. Those being a manifestation of Cheryl, our daughter, apparently her fear of flying dinosaurs.
Flying dinosaurs.
That's a very specific fear.
Again, pointlessanalysis.com. I'm sure they didn't interview the developers. Also, puppet doctors. Great.
Even the doctors are infected.
Supposedly, the only connection they can make is that in that intro cutscene of Silent Hill, you can see that Cheryl's reading a book about dinosaurs when they crash.
Oh, okay.
You got Creeper. Oh, jeez.
Excuse me, nurse.
That ain't no nurse.
No, put it down.
Excuse me, puppet.
Puppet man. Creepers are the little roaches. Creepers are the roaches that are based upon taxidermied insects. We have fought the Grey Child, which apparently, according to this, is the original version of the Mumbler. I don't think we ever fight the Mumbler, thankfully. I think I was able to avoid it. But, again, they're just based upon, again, the children who bullied the girl in this story. We need to learn her name still.
Right.
We have the Groaners, which are the dogs.
They kept on begging for food.
We have the Larval Stalker, which apparently is supposed to represent non-physical bullying. It teases Harry by running around making squeaking sounds and being difficult to see due to it being partially transparent. I don't think that's correct. Again, I always felt the Larval Stalker was meant to be more someone like kind of pitiful, like fleeing and like couldn't like avoid itself. There's an enemy in here. Oh, I see her in the corner of my eye. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna...
Is anybody gonna answer that doorbell?
Don't worry, I'm just gonna kite it around this thing. Okay, we have the puppets. Excuse me. The gorilla things I don't like. Whoa. The gorilla things I don't like. They're called the rompers. And the giant lizard thingy that we fought at the end of the last session was called Splithead. That's about it.
Also, yeah, see, it's not just taking over nurses. It also took over a doctor there.
Yeah, there's definitely a weird parasite thing going on at work. And...
Uh-oh.
I don't hear the radio, so I think we're safe for now.
Does it ever come to a point where the radio doesn't actually, blurt out anything and get themselves something nearby?
No. Thankfully,
by the way, I hope you guys.
Thankfully, the radio always works. I'm just gonna empty that thing of all of its health. Continue, Matt.
Also, I hope people have been noticing what the names of the plates we're getting are.
Yes, it's Alice in Wonderland.
Yep.
Because you got the cat, the hat, the bat, the gnat, the rat.
The cat in the hat.
Yeah. Scrat. He made it. He finally got the acorn.
He finally got his nut.
Hooray.
Finally, after all these
Please.
fucking years.
Please never phrase it like that ever again, James.
Fine. Clouds flowing over a hill, so white over blue or whatever. Sky on a sunny day, blue on yellow. Tangerines that are bitter. Green? No, orange. So lucky four-leaf clovers, green. Violets in the garden, purple. In green, purple next to green. Dandelions along a path, yellow against something. Unavoidable sleeping time. What?
Black,
What the
maybe? Dark?
Liquid flowing from a
Maybe.
slashed wrist. I was gonna say green if you were in a censored country, but yes.
Damn.
I fucking love.
Gotta hate those
hold on, really
censored
quick.
blood.
Speaking of, actually, I fucking love. There's a great trend on YouTube right now. People uploading the fatalities from Mortal Kombat 1. They primarily only do it on Sizoth, aka Reptile,
They have
because
to.
he has green blood.
I mean, it's no different how in Mortal Kombat.
works.
It was in Mortal Kombat 11 where when they did their fatality videos, they always did it on the bug lady.
True.
Yeah.
It's
Devora?
That's right. These
Yeah,
are
Devora,
robots.
thank you.
Which, to be fair, Devora deserved it, and oh my god, I want Devora to show up in the next games just so she can finally fucking die.
Yeah, agreed.
Please.
These are robots.
She got what's coming to her.
These are robots. That you know what that means.
Yeah, robots! You know what that means? I can be as violent as I want and it'll still be PG-13.
Yahoo!
Get fucked, Peach.
Thank you, Samurai Jack.
Get fucked, Wormy.
Wait,
I also
Samurai
just
Jack? No, it was... That's from Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge.
I know it was from Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge, but I was also thinking, or Dragon Ball Z Bridge, I think. Or maybe it was...
No, it is from Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge. It was Merrick Ishtar who said that.
Okay. But regardless, I was like, sorry, my brain does that. I was suddenly connecting back to, I think it was like literally the first episode of Samurai Jack, or at least the first special, when he was fighting all of those scarab robots and like got coated in oil and like did all this like incredible. I was like, wow, they can get away with it because they're all robots.
Exactly. I think that's where the whole thing spawned from.
And that is 100% as well why the Foot Clan in the original TMNT cartoon are all robots.
You ever wonder why Mega Man X4 got away with all the violence it did? Because they were all robots.
Hooray!
Yeah.
Everything must be robots.
You are robot.
You could just say it's all oil.
Don't worry, guys. It's just oil in the ground. It's not real.
Away.
Don't worry, it's just a cherry pie festival.
God, now you're making me
Here's
think
the
of...
thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
What-
you're making me think of that. You're making me think of that freaking... that scene now.
Wait, actually, if I remember correctly, speaking of robots, the reason why people are doing the whole fatalities on Reptile mainly is because Reptile is the only character that, like, he has green skin and all that, but Cyrax and Sector are not in the game. So guess what they did in Mortal Kombat 11 to show off fatalities? Primarily use Cyrax and Sector to show off fatalities.
Thank
You know what? Fair enough.
I mean, that's what you gotta do. Anyway, so we go all the way down to the basement in the Nightmare Realm.
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
I legitimately thought that the video was going to stop there, and I was like, well, see, you got... That was a long-ass load. That was a fucking long load.
I know, because we're in a whole new area. A whole new load. Excuse me, everybody, I don't have time to... Oh, great. Okay, now it's time to get out the double nurse handler. The double-barreled nurse handler.
The double nurse handler.
People may consider my gun labeling unconventional, but you have to at least accept that it's accurate. There we go. Take the health drink.
You treat your gun like you treat your nurse. Go on.
Bitches love guns.
Never mind. An amp pole. What is an amp pole, Matt? I am dumb.
I'm tired. Hold on. Give me a second.
Put the handgun
Bullshit.
I blame the sandwich.
Let's make them sluggish. I need to eat something though. Oh god, I'm actually.
Anyway, what was the thing called?
An
Ampoule. Ampoule. Also, while you're doing that, this is the best melee weapon in the game. I love this. The hammer.
The mighty
Oh,
hammer.
okay. It's basically it's kind of like a very small vial of liquid and all that. It's like they mostly contain like stuff like smelling salts and all that. You know how in movies you have those small vials, and to wake up a person, they crack off the top. It's one of those vials.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay.
So this
Hammer.
this firearm in my hands. It's incredibly powerful. It has a bit of a wind up, but pretty much can one shot stop. It can pretty much stop most things in its tracks. It is incredibly potent, and will probably be my new tool of. So long as the thing is slow moving, this will likely be my new weapon of choice.
All right.
But what about the drill that you mentioned?
Again, can only get that in New Game Plus.
Oh, so you're only... Oh, I thought you were playing a New Game Plus already.
No,
Okay.
I want to capture this game in its,
Primal state.
Then I was also lazy, and I thought, oh, I could do that. I don't worry, James. I can cover the UFO ending and all these ones. What? I have to play this game for 7 more hours? Okay. I'm sorry, James. I'm gonna do a blind playthrough and do that. No, it's not even blind. I know what I'm doing. Let's push this.
Also, Doug, do me a favor and go look in the out of context quotes in Steve's server.
I saw.
Okay.
What'd you post?
I'm looking on my phone.
A hallway under a grate that's been covered in vines. Therefore, I must obtain.
Now it is
Thank you.
immortalized forever.
Thank you. That channel's gonna become like 60% myself at this point. If you guys like keep that up.
I remember there was like a full week. It was
Oh,
just
it's only
your
60 FPS.
quotes. It's like just you.
I mean, anything
I
that
didn't-
comes out of your goddamn mouth, Logan, is
way-
just fucking funny.
By the way, I'm doing no editing here, but suddenly like these little things happen like at 60 FPS. I wonder it's because we're in such a small room.
Oh yeah. Also, Logan, again, you're the funniest motherfucker I know.
I'm not. That is not.
Yes, you
true.
are.
No, you are.
Yeah,
not.
yeah,
What
no,
about-
it's
what about-
fucking
what about
true.
the-
Shut
what
the
about
fuck
dude?
up.
What about the dude from freaking College Humor or whatever they're called now? I forget.
Brennan Lee
Dropout.
Logan is amazing. He is. I'm saying you're the funniest person I personally know.
I'm the funniest person in the room.
Look around the room. I can tell that you are the funniest person in the room. No, I can't.
Ow! Stop it! Mine's bigger than yours.
I just got
long as you get-
reminded since we mentioned the remastered in the first session. If I remember correctly, because I don't think we even talked about it. What do you guys think of the new Silent Hill games, other than the remastered for 2?
I barely know jack about him.
Yeah.
I heard that Downpour was at least decent, but anything after like Homecoming is either middling or awful.
No, I mean the new games. No, I mean the new games that's coming out soon.
Oh, you mean like the remake?
Oh,
Wait,
there's another-
I am highly skeptical given the developer's track record with this kind of.
wait,
game.
hold on, you mean the Silent Hill 2 remake or just a new Silent Hill?
All the new Silent Hill games that's coming out, minus the Silent Hill 2.
Oh wait! Oh, you're talking about
because we did mention that in the first session.
That's right. No, and he's right. Remember, like there was that one. Remember, there was that one Silent Hill game that was like going to be like either a mobile game or like a visual novel or something that like one other developer was working on. Like
I forgot
Right,
that.
right.
I forgot that
I
existed.
need to look it up. I completely forgot about
Like
it.
the only thing I've
Okay.
heard, the only like new like upcoming thing I've been aware of is the remake. I forgot they're even making a new game. Period.
Yeah, I
I'm
forgot
looking it
too.
up. I'm looking it up.
Hold on.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah, I'm looking.
There's also a very important scene.
After this scene, we'll
Looks
talk
like
because I have a
someone's been
list.
here. Thank you. Wait. Oh, I
This
think
bed's
it's-
been used.
All right, meet the other big major character in all this, Alessa.
Hello.
Alessa. Where do I know
Oh,
an
now I
Alessa
remember
from?
this.
Take the key.
Mind if I borrow this, Alyssa?
You'll be fine. But Alessa also seems to look like I just also post commentary. Me just realized I've missed all those health files, but I think I got like 20 of them, so I think I'm okay.
You got plenty.
You
You're
have
fine.
You got 3 out of a fucking vending machine.
You're not dying anytime
Yeah.
soon unless you get, sloppy, forget you even have those healing items in the first place.
Right. Let's get. But
But
yeah,
yeah,
Alessa
the-
also looks like
but-
that new girl we saw. Continue.
But yeah, as Logan was trying to say, that Alyssa kind of looked like an older Cheryl.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
A little bit,
But
yeah.
no,
And also like the one that almost ran us off a cliff in the beginning. Continue, Matt.
All good. So yeah, now I remember the game that like
Doug?
you were mentioning, that Doug was mentioning. Yeah, it's called Silent Hill F, and it's an interesting idea of. Don't get me wrong. Like I'm more intrigued by this than I am the 2 remake, because it oddly enough is not set in Silent Hill. It's set in a different place that is connected to Silent Hill, but in 1960s rural Japan, which means that 100% they're just trying to make Fatal Frame now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
making Fatal Frame.
And then I do now recall.
Another nurse.
Hello there. Whoa!
Hey, easy on the coat there, baby.
It is press dry only.
I mean, you don't look as
Again,
as
for
all the other nurses.
By the way, for PS1 like
Someone else
FMVs,
who's okay.
these look incredible.
Again,
Absolutely.
They knew how
My name's
to
Lisa Garland. What's yours?
frickin' what I'm trying to say.
Harry Mason.
Harry.
They
tell
knew
me
how
what's
to
happening
keep
here.
it all like
Where is
working on it and
everybody?
stuff. Where am I going all this with all my head? Okay,
I
so
must have
I'm looking
gotten
at I'm
knocked
looking
out.
into stuff because I decided to look at the entire franchise for
When
the
I
heck of
came
it.
to, everyone
So-
was gone.
So Silent Hill F, as Matt said, is going to be.
Awful.
It's actually going to be considered a mainline game,
So
not
you
a
don't know
spin-off. So I'm
anything
Yeah.
curious how that'll go.
Great.
So basically, Silent Hill is pretty much doing their own. Like, Konami's having a Silent Hill
It's
that's
like
pretty
this
much
is
its
all
own
some
Fatal
kind of
Frame, in
bad
the same
dream.
way that Resident Evil 7 was Capcom's
Yeah.
take on
A
PT.
living nightmare.
I think, but here's the cute,
me ask you,
here's
have
the
you seen
neat
a
little
little girl around here?
gimme about what Silent Hill F is going to be.
Short, black
Silent
hair,
Hill F
7
is
years
going to be
old.
written by a author who goes by the name of
7-year-old girl.
Ryukishi 7,
What, she's your daughter?
who, if for those who are not aware of Ryukishi
Yes.
7 and what anime
A
horror
7-year-old
things
girl.
in manga, whatever, just in general, what horror things he's contributed.
I can't say that I
Ryukishi
have.
7 was the
I was
person who
unconscious
wrote
all
the
this
series
time.
When They Cry / Higurashi.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
Oh shit.
Oh, shit.
Okay, you know what? I can see that working. I can see that working
Which-
with
which number
with
one-
Silent Hill.
Weird stuff
Which
in
number
the
one,
basement?
I didn't know that guy was still working. I thought
No
he
kidding.
retired.
Yeah,
'cause
no.
that's an
between
old.
after that new Mineka, I didn't think there would be much else to his
You
resume.
don't know?
So,
Don't
but-
you
'cause
work here?
he's been in the sense of that's
Strict
old. Like I
orders
remember,
never
like that was
to
like,
enter the basement
or I
store.
think that was like early '90s, late '80s, like anime. Like
So
Higurashi.
No, actually,
Oh,
it's-
that was in the 2000s.
No,
Was it?
Higurashi was Higurashi like was in
It's-
where was it? It was 2006. That's 2006 anime.
Uh-oh, the siren.
Um,
My head.
Car says,
What's
Sirens.
wrong?
"We'll have to put this
Harry?
conversation on hold, nurse.
Let me help you.
We'll have to catch up with her later." But continue, Matt.
Yeah, no. So yeah, the hold on. Is F going to be the visual novel? I can't remember.
No,
No.
I believe the visual novel I think is Ascension
Maybe. I thought
or
that
or
yeah, it could-
Townfall.
Yes, Dahlia.
I'm looking up
I know,
Townfall.
yeah.
Apparently, Townfall is
Yeah.
I don't
Tell me
think
everything you
Townfall
know.
is going
What's going
is
on?
the yeah. I don't think that one's the
Trying to see what
Visual
else.
novel.
Is being
Yeah, I'm trying to see what else.
devoured
No.
by darkness.
Oh, this is actually you know what? I'm
His
actually gonna be.
strength
I'm
was
actually really
overcome
curious about how
petty
Townfall's gonna
desire.
go.
Childish
yeah because it's
sleep.
made by it's being developed by Annapurna
I knew.
or well
published.
published.
Published by Annapurna.
Yeah.
They-
I'll
they-
be
they-
right back by the
Talking
way.
about?
No
I don't
worries.
understand a word
So
of this.
this is actually really interesting because so the
Believe the
developers of
evidence
Townfall
of
is going to
your
be made by a company called No
Hi.
Code. I forgot to
The other church
mute yourself.
in this town. That is
anyway,
your destination.
is Don't worry, he'll
This
cover
is
it.
beyond
Don't worry,
my
I'm just gonna talk over it. It's being developed by someone named No Code, who did a couple other games like Observation, which I played, and a cool little horror anthology series called Stories Untold.
So that's what I saw in the schoolyard.
So I am
What does it
really
mean?
curious about how that's going to turn out.
It is the
Ascension,
mark of
haven't played.
Samael.
All I know is that Ascension's being made by was being developed by Bad Robot Productions, which is J.J. Abrams' development company.
I'm sorry. I thought that my microphone was muted, by the way. Fuck.
It's all
this
good.
stupid
Enjoy
computer.
your
okay.
pizza.
God damn it. Yeah, no, I ordered pizza. Yeah, sorry.
just
I
had
am
a
going to
sandwich!
cut that. Shut the fuck up. My parents are in town, and fun fact. Okay, Logan. Fun fact. I have not eaten all fucking day, and I'm not going to turn down pizza. And it was a small fucking sandwich.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
It's actually funny, Matt,
basi-
because I had pizza earlier on.
Now I want
Hey,
pizza.
cool.
gonna order a
I'm
pizza
sorry.
now.
I'm sorry, guys. By the way, the audience won't be able to hear this because I'm cutting out that fucking part. But.
Thank you. So, AC, all we know is that Dolly Gillespie is
Or maybe
like,
I should make Logan cut it.
No.
We can cut out what's necessary, really.
All I know, all we need to know is that Dolly Gillespie, I was like Gillespie, she has set us on a new mission, and that
I'll
we
be
need...
right back one more time.
All
And
right,
this time he made sure to mute his mic.
she did. So we're all done with the hospital for now. We have a mission that we want to try and tackle whatever Gillespie has tasked us with doing. For now, I want to find the owner of this key, the antique shop.
You know, the more I see that Gillespie chick, the more suspicious she starts to seem.
I don't know if I can trust her. She's up to some weird... Also, the radio's doing some wacky stuff. Okay, there it is. Green Lion Antique Shop.
That's a
So
pretty
we got
good
it.
ways off.
Yes, it is.
Well,
Very
better
far.
huff it, mister.
Yeah, let's run. But yeah, no, JJ... Now, but the fact that Silent Hill Ascension's being made an interactive media experience... Still don't know exactly what that is, but it's made by Bad Robot Productions, which are the people who, like, that's J.J. Abrams' studio that did things like Cloverfield and stuff like that, so I'm...
So, fun fact, my internet just decided to shit on itself for like half a minute.
No worries, that
If
happens.
it means anything, we
Half a
kind of noticed
second.
it too.
It's okay, that happens.
Yeah, oh, so it's Discord. Okay.
Yeah, it was Discord.
Uh-oh. Aye! So, I mean, so all in all, I genuinely... Stop it! I genuinely think that this may be what's best for Silent Hill overall, is that maybe Konami needs to go the way of Sega for a while, back when Sega did that. Maybe Konami just needs to just stick to publishing and let other people who are more passionate about their IPs, like, you know, develop them, because...
Here's the problem. They're not going to do it because legitimately, like, they'll try, but... The problem with Konami that I noticed is that they are the most prideful dicks in the video game industry right now. They are so far up their own fucking asses, it's actually kind of hilarious to witness.
It's scary. You think they'll just
Yeah,
get
no,
sucked up
like-
forever?
Like, again, like, they're... Like, it's so bad with them. Like, here, to give an idea, oh yeah, you can hear in the background, by the way, if you listen carefully, you can actually hear the dental drill that's being tuned.
Oh yeah, that is the drill sound itself. It'll be more prominent by the end of the game, but for now we're going to this antique shop that we saw Alessa's walking into.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God, my ears are ringing. Continue.
Yeah, it was getting pretty irritating. Anyway, but no, like, again, the problem with Konami is that they are so fucking full of themselves. It's kind of hilarious to witness, but it's also kind of sad. Because, again, like, they know people want a Metal Gear Solid game. They know they want a new one. And we are getting that remake, but... And the same with, like, the Silent Hill 2 remake and all that. But,
Oh, hey, Sybil.
Hey, Sybil.
Phew. Continue.
I'm glad you're okay.
But no, the problem is the fact of, like,
worse than I thought.
they're doing the bare minimum with these remakes.
What are you
They are
doing?
literally
I
doing
thought
the
you
bare
left town.
minimum that they can. They get a developer for the Silent Hill 2 remake that has a rocky past. And then, even though Sony Interactive are the ones developing the Metal Gear Solid 3 remake, they're still using all the assets that the original 3 just had. And it's just going to be like a reskin of the original 3.
I did see a girl.
Huh.
And that's a problem.
Was it Cheryl?
Like,
I only caught a glimpse of her.
So it's pretty much just going to be another bullet point project.
I went after
no,
her, but she
basically it
vanished.
feels like it feels, how about this?
Daughter, but
It feels like what they did with The
Did you
Last
just
of
let
Us
her
Part
go?
1.
Where was it?
Where
Oh yeah, where it just was
The Last of Us
a
Part
reskin.
1,
she was
yeah,
heading
where
towards the lake.
basically it was like, it looks incredible, it looks amazing, but it used all
It
the,
wasn't
like,
she ran off exactly.
it used all the in-game assets, like the motion capture, the voice acting, all that stuff. It used all that from the original game.
So then
All that they
Cheryl-
touched up were the graphics to make it look
It was like
new.
she was walking on
That was
thin
it.
air.
Also,
Yeah.
ghost girls are walking around apparently.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Also,
Anyway, sorry.
you're
So
fine.
yeah, and again, last thing I'll say about Konami again, like
Yeah,
the whole fact of
I met this
they
bizarre woman.
are literally just hoarding their
Her name's
IPs right
Dahlia
now
Gillespie.
because they
You know
can.
her?
Because they have the ownership, they have the rights to the IPs. I bet you anything, the only reason why they are even making these games is because they're going, oh shit, we're about to lose the license on these. We better fucking make something new.
Gibberish like that.
It is the
Just cobble it
same
and
shit
throw it
that
together.
Fox did with
Any
the
idea what it means?
Fantastic Four movies.
Yeah, and it's the same with that one studio did when
Well,
they made that
hold
one
up.
Tony Hawk.
Who, like, how can they lose the license to something that they still wholly own?
They sell
It, well,
to
the idea is that like
tourists.
it's the idea like you have to
Force still
prove
can't figure out who's behind it.
active intentional ownership.
None of our
Like
leads
like
have
the
panned
the
Yeah.
purpose of the law is to prevent you
The
from just,
investigation is
especially with
flawed.
fair rights and public domain and stuff.
What
It's to
could drug
prevent you from being able
trafficking
to
have
just
do with all
buy
this?
all the licenses and just sit on them on your throne like.
I mean,
now
isn't that
they're
the
mine."
point? Isn't that the whole point of a trademark?
Yes, but the idea
Well,
is that
okay,
you
but
can, the
here's-
idea is that the trademark can go back up for bid, and you'd have to basically rebid and pay
Yeah.
to renew it. That's how it works. Basically, you can own the trademark, but you basically have to go back into a whole bidding war and renew it, and
What's
actually
this?
pay money to renew it, unless you're
Just
going to actually
discovered it.
quote unquote put your money where your mouth is and
Maybe
actually
there's something
produce
back
things
there.
for it.
Yeah, no. Like, fun fact, if you ever watched a company... Have you ever, like, James, I'm
Don't
going to
know
give an
what's back
example with the
better
Fantastic
check it
Four
out
movies and
first.
stuff like that. Have you ever seen a company,
Cop, I should
like,
go.
they own an IP. You know they own the IP.
I'm
You
going.
know they own the license to it, but they just don't do anything for it. It goes silent for years. And then out of nowhere, they just go, by the way, we're bringing this back.
Get back here on the dime.
That is wholesale because
Okay.
they are about to lose the license,
Sybil,
and they want to keep a hold of that license. And that's why the Fantastic Four
anything
movies
about-
are so bad. Every single
like
Fantastic
some
Four
other
movie,
world?
with the exception of the
it's like
upcoming
some kind of
MCU
bad
one,
dream.
were solely made
What are you
with the
talking
purpose
about?
of, oh shit, we're about to lose the license.
quite
We
sure.
gotta make something just slapdash
Try
fast.
to make sense of it, but then my
Alright, it
mind-
doesn't matter if it's good, just make it.
Everything's
It's
dark
unfortunate.
there, and I hear sirens
Yeah.
in the distance.
I had a question because I
met this
realize we've been
nurse,
missing every time we
Lisa.
bring up the Silent Hill franchise. I'm curious.
It's like
Yes.
I was there.
Your guys' thoughts
but
on
not really.
Origins.
It's all a blur. Like some kind of
Isn't that the
hallucination.
remake of one with...
No, it's a prequel.
No.
No, Shattered Memories is some of that.
Yeah,
Shattered
Shattered
Memories
Memories
is the
was the
remake.
remake. Yeah, yeah.
Slash reimagining.
Reimagine, yeah.
Yeah.
I was just wondering.
Oh yeah, Origin. Like,
Harry.
that one is an
Tired.
interesting.
Yeah.
It's an interesting one, I will say. Like, it felt like they tried, but it wasn't well executed.
Probably maybe because they were on the PSP or stuck on it.
Well, I mean, I think it's just
Yeah.
the big problem is that, like, after Silent Hill 4, like, Team Silent disbanded, and that's pretty much the reason why everything else afterwards feels like such a shameless cash grab.
Yeah.
So I get it. It's kind of like the same with Halo and Bungie.
Essentially.
Yeah.
Some
Where
kind
I'm sorry, I will still think that Halo Reach was where it
Never
should have
seen
ended.
anything like this before.
Oh, Halo Reach is still like
Maybe
the
this is the
like
other
it's the
ship.
best game in the series in my opinion. I do think like it is the pinnacle of the whole series. Same with Halo 3, but yeah, no, like sometimes series don't need to go on forever only bring it back if you think there is a reason to bring it back. Like, I will say, even though God of War 3 is a great ending, oh my god, the new God of War games are incredible.
Yeah.
And, like, and... Ooh, shit.
The Flame Wars start now.
Harry? Are you okay?
You starting fires
Yes.
in there?
Sorry, I'm witnessing Jesus burning right now.
Hang on.
That's like the 10th time I've burnt it.
Fire.
Hang on. This is a bad thing. She goes in, she's like, Harry? And unfortunately, we vanished.
Oh.
Because just then...
Gonzo.
We are in
Just
Silent Hill. We are in
Yeah.
the other world, aren't we?
Yeah, that's right, man. You know how it is. We're in Pumpkin Hill.
You ready?
Oh, hey, you again.
Where am I?
So there's this weird thing where, like, she seems sane or
Lisa?
somewhat sane, but Lisa
I'm in
only
the
seems to
hospital.
exist in the nightmare realm.
You were having
Yeah.
a bad dream.
We haven't seen her at all in the other world, in our world.
So it's almost like, man, that had to hurt. Not even the parasites wanted to really be with her.
You know what? I just realized we'll touch upon this in the 2 video when we do that game.
Mm-hmm.
I love that
Sure.
2 does feel like it feels like the Metal Gear Solid 2 of this franchise, where the second game does repeat a lot of what the first game did with just minor changes, but they all work really well.
I mean, it also helps too that, a lot of what makes Silent Hill 2 work is that it mostly works with a new cast with a completely different context.
And that's
Yeah.
fair.
Well,
Yeah.
she says
That, and also it doesn't,
But-
it goes a lot more abstract with its ideas.
Yeah. But, like, you can still get parallels between certain characters and stuff like that. Like, with the fact that... What's the name of the nurse here again?
Lisa.
Lisa, thank you. The fact that she wears red, like another prominent character in the sequel.
Oh. Yeah.
What was her name, Angela?
Believe so?
I thought it was Maria, so I'm like, no, wait.
Yes, I think it's...
Oh yeah, never mind. It was Maria.
Yes, Maria. Yeah.
I gotta catch myself up on all this. So, okay.
Ave Maria.
So again, when it comes time for that, to hopefully save time on explanations, when I cover Silent Hill 2 and eventually 3, but 2's the more important one because that's the one that's more directly in our future. I'm gonna be doing it through a fan HD project. That basically, I forget if it came about before or after the HD collection came out, but
I bet you anything it came out after, because the reaction to that HD remake, the HD remaster was just god fucking awful. So
Also, to be fair, like major mod ups of like console games didn't really become such a big thing until like I'd say like the mid 2010s.
yeah.
I want to say like 2014, 2015, yeah.
Because beforehand, the only thing that was really noteworthy for being moddable was like the Sonic, like the Genesis Sonic games, the 2D Mario's and whatnot, and maybe Mario 64 as well. But that's about it.
Yeah, so I found it out. It's called Silent Hill 2 Enhanced Edition.
Gotcha.
That seeks to make the PC version of Silent Hill 2, which thank goodness both it and 3 were released on PC, thus allowing us to have directly editable executable files and textures and stuff. To make it all upscaled, remade, retextured. It's kind of like that one. Matt, did you ever hear about that Resident Evil 4 HD project? With like taking all the textures and like so much so that they were so committed to making it as authentic as possible that throughout the world they actually they had different members go out, or I think it was just one guy maybe.
Yeah,
they took new photos of those architectures and like palettes and stuff.
And make actual HD photos if they like actually find them. Take pictures of actual like high quality HD photos.
And,
it is incredible work that they did. But did Capcom cease and desist them? I can't remember.
I don't think they did.
I don't think so because it's not. They did not modify the game. They didn't hack or edit the file. All it literally is just, hey, we replaced this texture. We replaced this art piece with a different art picture instead. So
you still need to legitimately buy the game anyway.
Correct.
So. Also, I love this in the alternate world. Like, we are back out on the streets, but now the roads are replaced with grates.
Yep.
Everything
construction.
Everything below is a bottomless pit.
We don't know where this world is, and I don't know if they ever will bother explaining it. For now, we got ourselves a mid-boss to contend with.
Oh
Maul.
boy.
I like how you're trying to say mini-boss and mid-boss at the same time, so it came out as midi-boss.
A midi-boss. Play
Throw
the
up some
file.
MIDI
so
music.
jank.
Midis would make sense for this place, though.
You know, you say MIDI, there's like, alright, time to get back to listening to fucking Medieval's remaster soundtrack.
Hey, look,
What
it's
the-
Nirvana Initiative.
Baby girl.
I don't think she appreciates being called that.
Yeah, no.
Oh. Cheryl? I think you're Cheryl? Oh, no, yeah, you're Cheryl. Now that it came into color for a second.
Cheryl.
How are you? Honey, how'd you get in the TV? I just start smashing them.
You gotta be in there somewhere.
Hold on. I'm sorry. Doug will appreciate this. You better get back my dog. I think it's a recording.
Took me a sec.
I think it's a recall.
Took you a sec to get. Yeah.
I was
think
looking
it's
on
a
my phone when
recording.
you said that, actually.
Ooh, rifle ammo.
Whoa.
The
So yeah, it
rifle-
did take me a bit.
The rifle, if I can find it, I believe it's further in. The rifle, I need to look up what the actual drawback is, but the rifle is probably the biggest, like, you know, most I can assume is maybe the shotgun has more spread. The rifle, in terms of, like, single pinpoint damage, is the strongest hitting firearm in the game, so definitely gonna want to save that for boss
Makes
if
sense.
possible. Uh-oh. Another worm thingy.
He's just sitting there. Wait for you!
Damn, I thought I got that worm. I thought I caught that worm by got the jump on him. Now I'm just stuck in all this sand and a big worm.
Oh, jeez.
It's Mogura.
Hi there, Wormy.
And fortunately, there's our rifle.
Actually, is that even a worm? It looks more like a...
It's a caterpillar.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
sorry. I'm sorry, Logan. With the rifle that you get in this game, and the fact that we're fighting a sandworm, you went to the wrong goddamn rec room!
You don't gotta apologize about that. I like that character. The thing I hate about him is that the thing I hate about the character is how they decided to kill him in the most recent movie.
Oh yeah. Honestly, I'm not going to lie.
He just straight up dies, and he should not have died.
I'm not going to lie. I love the original Tremors. I think it's a really good Tremors movie. I am one of the few people. I do think that there needs to be a reboot of Tremors. Like I would adore a reboot of Tremors.
But I feel like they need. I feel like it'd be cool if they could do it practically. But I don't know if they would. I don't know if they would just cheese out and go CG. Well, excuse me. Fortunately, this guy is kind of a pushover. Just constantly keep moving so he can't spit on you. And
Seriously, what a filthy bastard.
oh jeez.
Oh, there he is.
My health probably did not appreciate that.
He belched at you.
There we go. He's no more. Wait a minute.
Never mind, he's still active.
Oh, looks like he's had enough of us.
Oh.
Fuck you. Just get out, okay? I'll open the door for you, bitch.
I gotta get out of here. There's a madman on the loose.
So off that mini-boss runs. Alright, let's put on the good old slappy axe. Thank you.
Slappy axe.
I'll call it that for now.
Slappy axe.
It's more of a stabby axe, technically, because it's cool. It's a hammer and a pick. Like you don't normally see that
Hi,
combination.
kids. I'm Slappy, and this is my Slappy axe.
Oh, is that a real? Oh yeah, no, sorry. You when you say slappy, I think of frickin' Dead Rising.
Imagine that for a moment, though.
Slappy, everyone loves me. We gotta run all the way down. Now we have to run all the way to the hospital, and it's basically just follow the path I'm taking, because it's unfortunately not as easy as a straightaway. Like, a lot of the grading can be down. Also, now in this round, we have to deal with.
Would you
not
say that would be
groaners.
Grading?
Yes.
I mean, it doesn't help either that you can barely see where you're going.
Also in the Nightmare Realm. Also in the Nightmare Realm, because this is our first time being out here in the Nightmare Realm, we have to deal with upgraded versions of the Air Screamers and the Groaners. I forgot what the upgraded version of the Air Screamers are, but I know the dogs are now called Worm Heads or something.
Worm heads.
Because they got worms for heads now, the dogs.
Okay. Then.
Something that Bloodborne would ruthlessly rip off when they were put crows on dogs' heads later. I will do Bloodborne. I need to get started on Demon Souls at some point because I want to.
I honestly need to.
Series.
Yeah. It has been like 8 years since I played Bloodborne. I should honestly re-download it.
I need to buy Demon Souls and as well as play Elden Ring because I actually do own a copy on my PS5.
I'm debating whether or not to get Elden Ring because I'm not the biggest fan of the Souls games. But one, I love Bloodborne, and two, I heard absolutely incredible things about Elden Ring.
Yeah. I would. These are the things I would say. Just going off my bare reactions to it is that Bloodborne I used to think was really annoying, but that was maybe because I didn't know how to play it, or in the sense of I did not know how to properly tool my character. The best advice I ever got was from a speedrunner called Hey Zeus It's Toast, which is that honestly, admittedly, the saw cleaver, like one of the first weapons you get in the game, you don't have to work, like you can build into other weapons if you want, but that saw cleaver with the right tools is probably one of the best damage dealers in the game.
That one is a great weapon. One of my top 10 favorite weapons in any video game, though. Oh, hey.
The Kirk Hammer.
Okay.
Yes, the Kirk Hammer.
The Kirk Hammer's a really cool design. I do love
fucking love the Kirk Hammer.
For those who are
so goddamn
it's basically a broadsword that can lock into a sledge to become a warhammer.
Real happy to see you.
Yep.
It's cool. The trick weapons in that game, it's such a cool. I want another Bloodborne just because I want to see what new weapon designs they could come up with.
Yeah.
Where else was I going with this?
Would you suggest Elden Ring though as well?
Elden Ring, I was gonna say, Elden Ring is incredible.
Are you sure?
Given two things. Number one, you need to have magic in your build, otherwise 80% of what that game has to offer will be irrelevant to you.
Yeah.
And number two, the game is incredible on your first playthrough of the game.
It's been abandoned for years.
Because it does do the same thing that every other Souls game does, which is it prompts you to do new game pluses and things. And imagine playing Breath of the Wild and they immediately said, oh, you're on plus game 2. Go through the whole overworld again? Nah, I'm just gonna with you.
With other games in the series, that's fine because they have a Metroidvania style with different
there are levels.
areas.
Yeah,
whereas Elden Ring is a open world. So
yeah, and you can't really do New Game Plus on an open world game, all that. Technically you could, but it's also that's a hard sell considering, how massive those worlds can be.
Yeah, so it's, or as one person put it, I think Joseph Anderson is his name, the way he put it is that the problem is that it's not as fun because now okay, don't bother going there. That was pointless because I don't use magic. So it doesn't have, at the very least, it does not capture the same feel of that first playthrough of exploring that world and seeing all of it. Because you'll know exactly where everything is now.
Seeing that world, everything it has to offer, and all its 90% swamps.
Yes, they added 7 swamps. One of them is really cool though. One was a freaking strawberry swamp.
You doing okay, Lisa?
Lisa? Oh, goodbye, Lisa.
She just doesn't want to be left alone.
We just straight up fucking leave. That's a dick move.
Well, because we don't have time. Because she's like, you have to stay here with me. It's like, no, I'm trying to find my daughter.
Yeah, at least Harry was telling her the truth. Telling her the truth that he he still need to find his daughter and all that. But he promised he'd come back. But hopefully he'll stay true to his word.
Yeah, but as it stands, we can't just hunker down and just chill. For now, we need to get up top and see if we can find where everything is. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have to go across here and go across the street so we can get up high on top of the building because we've actually been kind of locked in. And actually probably has one of my favorite. Oh yeah, now we are officially locked in. We have to go up here now before we can leave. So that's how we get here. Okay, I thought we had to go up here for some reason, but it does lead to one of my favorite boss introductions of this game.
I have to ask real quick, considering some of the weird ass turnarounds it's been doing. Thoughts on the camera?
I mean, it's neat. By the way, this is my favorite boss introduction. Come out here. What's up?
Oh shit!
What's up?
There you go, boss time. Here we go. Run. The freaking worm thingy, the midi boss. I'm calling it that.
He
now.
suddenly turned into Mothra.
Yeah, pretty much. It evolved.
Yeah.
So get our rifle out because we are not going to want to deal with that thing up close. I pity you if you ran out of ammo before some of these bosses. Do not use your ammo. These things are not meant to be fought up close. Ow! Dodge the acid. try and use this. But yeah, what was it? Yeah, the camera. I think the camera, like again, like it's more advanced than Resident Evil in that it can actually dynamically move around, and it has done it a couple times where it would do like a cool stylistic like. Ooh, ow, damn it! I walked right into it. Where it's done like a stylistic like creep fest thing. I don't know if I feel like they do more with it in the later games.
Does it ever get to a point where it ends up being a bit of an inconvenience?
Not really. The biggest problem is just the tank controls you got to get around.
Yeah,
Because it does use tank controls. Unfortunately, remember this is PlayStation 1. Whoa.
You gotta hope the auto aim's good.
Which it is, thankfully.
Because if there's one thing I've definitely heard across the grapevine is that, as far as like sharpshooters are concerned, Harry's not really the best of them.
I'm all out of rifle ammo.
Well, shit. Well, hopefully you still got plenty on your boob stuff. Wow, just the one shot was enough.
Okay.
Ow. Ow! Like fuck you.
And the siren
Also, it turned into a butterfly, not a moth, and there is a difference.
Is it? Okay, then yeah, it was a
yeah, like
character,
I noticed the
the nightmare's done.
proboscis, the antennae on the on it.
It
Those
was fuzzier. Okay.
It's just his wings are so damn small.
Fair. Yeah, and there were more than one. I'm used to butterflies having one single wing, not like multiple.
I don't know. The main thing that tipped me off to it being more of a butterfly is the proboscis on its snout and all that.
Gotcha.
And with that,
which I don't think that moths have.
I don't think so.
And with that, join us in the next part where we now have we've collected some things. We now learned, I believe we either learned from Lisa or someone else. We learned of a way to get up to the harbor side of Silent Hill, which will hopefully be where either Gillespie is or where Cheryl is, and we'll be able to hopefully get out of this wreck of a town.
Hopefully, it will harbor our freedom.
Hooray!
Hopefully, we'll get out of this unscathed, right, honey? Honey?